this works. Ooh. I think it's working. Oh, 0 viewers.
All right. They'll join.
They'll join. Give them time. Hopefully, if they have notifications turned on. All those old people. Oh, I got the notification on my phone.
I'm just going to say the same.
There we go.
Tune
in.
We're live.
We're live.
We're live on the interwebs.
Live from San Fran, getting ready for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I wish.
So, yeah, I got the Golden Gate Bridge right outside. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm looking at the view.
I should change my background to the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
They even have it on
Levi
here?
Stadium.
I don't even know if they have it on here.
Probably got to pay for it.
I probably got to do some dumb shit.
Yeah, it's be on the paywall.
No, I think you can actually hold up. I think I can upload a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge. Hold up. Hopefully that's a good picture. People are like, what are you guys doing right now?
We're
getting ready for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Gotta pretend like I'm there.
I'm so excited, dude.
If you would have told me in the beginning of the season that both the Patriots and the Seahawks would have made the Super Bowl, I would have laughed at you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I had the Ravens and the Packers.
I had the Bills and Eagles, man. So not much better.
God.
Where's my Golden Gate Bridge?
Where it at?
I don't know. I'm looking for it.
Where's it at, man?
Because the student doesn't like the file. I gotta get a better file for it. Nothing could be right. Technical difficulties. Let's do that.
It's okay. No one's watching.
All right, that's good. Oh. Oh, God, my hair.
You're floating.
So bad.
You're floating.
Live from the Super Bowl.
Whoa.
Wait, hold up. Let me turn on a light or something.
Yeah, Steve's has been at both practices getting all the intel from both teams. Their strategies. He knows it all. He knows it all.
Live.
Ooh, you're glowing. You're glowing.
I'm glowing at the Golden Gate Bridge.
California weather. Yeah, you're glowing.
Live.
California. Yeah. California weather. That's too funny.
Oh my God.
I was just saying, you've been at both practices. You've been there all week. You've been watching the practices. You got the intel, I heard.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah. Dude.
Did you watch NFL Honors last night?
I could give no. I could.
All right. Or did you at least see who won? You at least saw who won.
Yeah. I know. I have an idea who won. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I was there. I was at the show. It was fun.
Okay. Did you wear the tux? Were you all dressed up?
I was all dressed up. Yep.
Yeah.
I was waiting for Dart to win Rookie of the Year, but didn't happen.
Dart didn't win. Whoa.
I know. Awful.
Who won? Who won?
He was the front runner. He should have been the front runner.
Who won?
Tet.
Tet won? I'm okay with it.
Yeah, he was pretty good. He got his team to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Probably the most consistent rookie.
Kind of a weak rookie class, I guess.
Yeah, I think it was – who was up for nomination? I think it was Tet, Henderson, Travion Henderson, Tyler Shuck, Dart, and then Ibuka.
If Ibuka kept his pace from the beginning of the year, he would have won it easily, but he fell off. He would have
we got
definitely
Mark in
won.
the chat.
What's up, Marky Mark?
He said, "Why are you in
What's
front of a
up?
bridge? We're live from San
He's
Fran. Get
floating.
ready
He's
for the Super
floating,
Bowl.
man.
This is
Steve's
the
been there all
Golden
week.
Gate.
He's been
It's the
getting
Golden
intel.
Gate.
He's been getting intel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. And what else was a joke?
Drewski and Tiffany Haddish just like completely trying to get a joke out of it.
Yeah.
Like what she
know how to say
sounds
either the
wrong.
winners' names? Yeah. I forgot.
No, the Drewski, he said it right the first time. He's like, "Oh, I gotta be."
Yeah,
funny.
but then he's like,
And he's
"Yeah,
like,
I'm not gonna even bother."
Yeah, yeah. My skin tone doesn't permit me saying that. So
exactly. If you didn't see the clip, look it
Yeah.
up online. You'll find it.
Yeah,
Ghetto Gronk.
it was
We'll
so forced.
Oh yeah,
Ghetto Gronk.
Ghetto Gronk has it.
Yeah, Ghetto Gronk for your memes, and they're the best.
Yeah,
they're the best football page, meme page.
Yeah, and then the Pro Bowl, that was a joke too. I don't know if you caught any of that. I watched like a little bit of it, and I'm like, I gotta turn this shit off. It's so boring. Don't even have the skill showdown anymore.
I'll be honest with you. Actually, Mark and I were talking about it at lunch. Like, him and I didn't realize that it was like Tuesday. Like, oh, it said, I got the notifications of Pro Bowl games. I'm like, they're just doing like the gay, like running through the obstacle course and the tug of war and all that bullshit. I'm like, okay. And then I get clips of like, oh, Shador Sanders runs for a touchdown. I'm like, the game happened? The NFL knows it's this bad that instead of having on a weekend where people are at home because it's too cold outside, like let's just stick it in the middle of the week and hide it so that no one pays attention to this abomination of a football game. So I think they succeeded at that because I didn't know, Mark didn't know. If we didn't know, not a lot of people really knew.
Yeah, it was terrible marketing.
Yeah, they tried to hide it. Yeah.
Because like this year, it was like in a stupid little indoor facility. It was like awful.
Yeah, that was odd.
And then it took place at San Fran too. Usually, like it's in Hawaii or like a Florida or
used to be
a set destination.
Yeah,
but yeah, this time around it was just on a Tuesday night. No one knew about it. It was awful.
Dude, just rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be. I think it used to be the weekend after the Super Bowl, and that's where it used to be a little bit competitive. But like out of the four major sports, like that's the worst all-star game we have going. And the NBA is bad too, but at least I could get the stars in there. They don't all like forfeit out. They don't want to stay out. They do come and play. You could question their effort there, but at least they go out and at least put on somewhat of a show, even though they don't really play defense and that. But NFL, they lose the integrity of the game. They play flag football, and they don't even try in that. It's the worst.
It's the fact that no one like wanted to go to the Pro Bowl, and it was Shador, Joe Flacco, and Joe Burrows, the AFC quarterbacks. Like, give me a break.
Exactly. Should all respect to Joe Flacco, but he shouldn't have been in there. I thought he played pretty well this year, but he was not a Pro Bowler. And Shador, of course not.
And then like people like Justin Fields was offered to show up to it, and he turned it down. Like, no thanks. It's like, yeah, it's a joke.
Just don't. I would just not have it anymore.
Yeah,
just don't have it anymore.
Just like honor their players, and like this is what the roster would be. But other than that, like no one's gonna watch it. Especially not even having the skill showdown. That was like somewhat fun to watch. This time around, they didn't even have it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how you fix it. Maybe you do it after the Super Bowl, and you could maybe get them to throw the pads back on. Maybe they'll be more inclined to it because you have a long break afterwards. Maybe that's the best way to go. Another idea I have is just like everyone has a different bye week, right? In the NFL, what if you make like one universal bye week for every team, and then during that week you do the Pro Bowl? I don't,
Yeah,
and maybe you can
kind
get
of
more
like
players that
what
way. But
MLB does
they'll
in
probably
NBA.
have, yeah, they'll probably have to do like flag. They probably don't want to tackle during the season. I feel like if
Yeah,
you want to bring back the tackle element, you have to probably wait till this after the Super Bowl to bring that back. But maybe you could explore that as an option too. But I guess I don't know. Even then, they're probably like, nah, I don't want to play. I still got the second half of the season to go. Just going to take the time to rest. So I don't. It's tough. It's tough. I don't know really how you go about correcting that and fixing it.
yeah, they should do that. Yeah, do like a little All-Star break like NBA, MLB. I think that would, spark the ratings
Yeah,
maybe too, especially if there's no like football on that week. People would watch it, but yeah, at the same time, it's a joke, and they got to
right.
fix it or just get rid of it completely. Um,
Yeah,
but
totally.
yeah, so
But
I guess we could talk about the Super Bowl
let's
instead of the
do it.
Pro Bowl,
Let's do it, Mr. San Fran. What you got?
Mr. San Fran. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys saw on Instagram, we kind of like predicted like who we thought was going to make the Super Bowl. I was 2-0
Yeah,
my
yeah,
picks. Justin was 0 for 2.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Yep, I was.
But I saw it coming from a mile away. No, I didn't see it coming from a mile away, but yeah, I thought the Seahawks, I just felt like that their defense and their offense was able to they beat the Rams earlier on, or not early yet, at the end of the season. They lost earlier on in the season. But they shown that they could beat them. I think their roster was just built to beat the Rams at that point. And yeah, they won that
Mhm.
game. And then the Patriots Broncos game, that was a disaster in the snow. That just ruined everything.
Dude, if Sean
Um,
Payton just kicked that field goal,
oh yeah, that too. Yeah, kick a
dude,
field goal
what's
there,
he?
that would have been enough
You're
points to
too
win that game.
experienced. You're too experienced of a coach. What are you doing with a backup quarterback
Especially,
trying
yeah,
to get it
if
fourth
you had
down? What are you
Bo
doing?
Nix, different story. But yeah,
Come
Jared
on.
Stidham, you kicked the field goal.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
go into overtime and
all these
maybe you do
teams
come
are
out.
getting cute now, and not taking the points because analytics say go for it. But in reality, if you
We could have a whole live stream or episode just talking about how analytics are just ruining football and all these nerds who never even put on the pads, never played at all, are determining what they should do on third and
it's a
short, or
gimmick.
fourth and short, kick or go. Do I take the points? Yeah, just every game's different. Every game's a feel, so you have to have a feel for it. And that was just common sense. Like Sean Payton should have known that. I get it. You have confidence. Like that Denver defense is great. They played great in that game. But man, come on. You can't put your you got to get as much points as you can. You know the Patriots have a comparable defense as well. They did their thing too. So you got to take the points when you get that in that game. And especially like I had to listen to Tony Romo the whole second time. Oh, the conditions. Oh, the conditions. The conditions. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Oh, they can't see their jerseys. The Patriots are blending in with the snow. I'm like, shut up. It made it even worse. I had to listen to that and Sean Payton, you could just kick the field goal. Now I got to deal with the Patriots in the Super Bowl again.
I know. Yeah, I didn't want the Patriots to go, but I just thought with Jared Stidham playing, I just thought they were going to win the game because they had the advantage
Fair.
there.
That's
Um,
fair. I like my defense. I thought Denver was a tough place to play. It proved that
mhm.
with the conditions and the home fans. Oh man. Yeah, but Jared Stidham was a question mark. And I'm like, oh, the Patriots' weakness is backup quarterbacks. And I saw the Nick Foles tweet. I'm like, I'm sold. If Nick Foles says it, I'm sold. I got sold, but sold into it. And yeah, I'm not putting the loss on Jarrett Stidham. I thought he played okay. He played like a backup.
Yeah,
He didn't prove he was starter worthy like his agents think he is and all that. I get it. You have to
yeah,
talk up your client, but yeah, it wasn't a good performance from the offense, from Sean Payton. I thought he had. I think he didn't do well calling on that side of the ball. So yeah, I mean, as far as that game goes, Tippett Cat Mike Vrabel's done a hell of a job, and yeah, that defense can play. Seeing Milton Williams in that uniform, he's been playing pretty well.
Bone.
He's been a great pickup. Yeah, so it's good. It hurts to see it, but I'm also like happy that he's playing well for a different team and getting the recognition. So that's always good. But yeah, the Patriots won and they deserve it. They were better than the teams and they got there, man. They're playing
Yeah.
on Sunday. Just
Yeah,
gotta tip
give
your cap.
credit.
Yeah,
Coach of the year,
it,
Vrabel, turn around that
it's
program.
coaching, man. It's coaching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really
It's
is.
pretty much like the same team that, no, but they did get those big free agent signings. But
They
like
spend a lot in free
they spent a
agency.
lot, but
Yeah, a lot
like
of cap.
no one thought they'd be in the Super Bowl. I know they had everyone saying cupcake
Sure,
schedule, but like, yeah, you just got to play who you have in front of them. Like, it's not their fault that they had to play those teams, and they showed up and they won.
sure.
They had 14 wins this season. So, and they dominated every team they played in the playoffs as well. So, you got to give them credit where credit's due. Drake May playing like an MVP candidate. So yeah, second
Yeah,
year, good stuff for Drake May. But yeah, we'll see if they could get the job done against the Seahawks. That's gonna be a tough matchup. We'll talk about who we have winning here, but yeah, it's a major surprise. Did not have them going from worst to first, potentially being Super Bowl champs. So um, credit to them. But
absolutely.
yeah, so I don't know. Should we talk about, I guess, more of the Seahawks Rams game because we barely talked about it?
We could talk a little bit about it. That game was the toughest one for me to pick, like you were saying with Seattle's defense. I just took who he rightfully won the MVP, Matt Stafford. He rightfully won the
Yeah.
MVP at the honors. I
Mm,
get it. The Mina Kimes and people saying the Drake May. I'm like, dude, Matt Stafford was way better than Drake May this year.
yeah.
Did you see Drake May's I get it. Patriots won, they got there, but did you see Drake May's last couple of games? Not that good, not very good.
Yeah.
Just being
It's the
completely honest,
conditions,
not that impressive.
conditions.
Sure, but the first half the conditions were fine and
Yeah, I know.
they weren't doing much, so they were just handing off to Ramondre the whole game. But back to the
Yeah.
Seahawks game, yeah. I was just going into it. I was thinking like their first matchup, Sam Darnold really struggled. And I was like, okay, so they might have a little bit of a game plan, a notebook to stop him a little bit. And the last time we seen Sam Darnold a big spot, last year, I was like, okay, maybe he could choke here. They didn't have the best finish when he was with the Vikings last year, so I'm like, I could see them potentially dropping this. I kind of went with the experience. I went with McVay. I went with Stafford. So I went with the experience more than because I went with the experience there. So that's why that was my selling point. But gotta give credit, man. Sam Darnold balled out, man. It
Yeah,
it
man.
was good. It was cool to see that. I was just thinking, like, man, those Vikings fans, like the Vikings organization. I know they fired the GM was fired.
Yeah, dude, that
They
was
gotta
funny.
be punching the wall, man. Just horrible. I don't know how you feel if you're a Vikings fan just seeing them. And now Sam Darnold's in the Super Bowl. Yeah, Mike McDonald, another hell of a coaching job from him. Defense,
Yep.
yeah, the defense. I thought they played pretty well. I mean, Sean McVay's a great play caller. They did some really, really good things, and Matt Stafford's smart. One of the top cerebral quarterbacks we still have left in the NFL. And we talked about quarterback play and it not being the best compared to years past, but Matt Stafford is of that ilk of those quarterbacks in years past, and he kind of proved that on display in the last game. Even though they came out with the L, he proved he did his thing. He really he did. He tried to put the team on his back. Just the defense let him down. Like JSN, like JSN, I didn't see that outbreak coming. I really didn't.
Yeah.
Just incredible year from him, an incredible game from him as well. crazy. And Rashid Shaheed has been a good pickup in the trade deadline. They did all the right things. Like you said, we didn't think these two teams, the Patriots and the Seahawks, but this past offseason, they did all the right things. They made all the right moves to get in. And I even remember some analysts on these big programs were saying, why did they get Sam Darnold? Geno Smith was right there, and I don't see this much of an upgrade. It's more of like just a lateral move. Well, it was an upgrade. Would Geno Smith have got him in the Super Bowl? No.
No, I
No.
don't think
No.
so.
No. So all credit to Sam Darnold. And Kenneth Walker is kind of revitalizing his career during these playoffs too. With unfortunately Shaq Charbonnet went down.
It's because he's not sharing a backfield now. That's what
I'm
it
liking
is.
what I'm seeing from him. I think he's been great. They're like, oh yeah, we got Kenneth Walker, and he's not that bad. Like
He's good,
okay,
man.
I'm like
You got to
okay,
utilize him as the workhorse
he's not
back. I've been
bad.
saying that.
Yeah, he should. I would expect him to be utilized a bunch in the Super Bowl. No doubt about it.
Oh yeah.
He will be
No,
utilized
I'm just
a
saying,
lot.
like, in terms of like him being the guy, I think he's the guy. But obviously, they like
Yeah.
Charbonnet too, and it's been working doing a running back committee type thing. So, but yeah, I think like he can carry the load and be that guy, be that RB1 for them. He has the talent, and yeah, he balled out against the Niners. What, he had 3 touchdowns, went off, and then yeah, he's been crazy good. So yeah, I love him. That's why I drafted him in fantasy. I thought he was going to be like that type of talent this year in fantasy, but they just opportunities weren't given to him because it was a shared backfield.
Is he a free agent?
I think he is. I think he is a free agent.
Do you?
So
Well, we could talk about it more in like the off season, but do you think? Let's just say he balls out Sunday. He has a good game. Does Seattle bring
yeah,
him back?
I think they have to because Charbonnet tore his ACL. So like, I don't know if he'll be ready
He
by
might
week
not be
1.
ready for week 1.
Yeah, I would bring him
Possibly.
back. And
Yeah.
with running backs, he's not going to get paid a lot because his numbers and everything weren't the greatest. But and they can afford him, especially like
Yeah, I don't know what his current contract is. He still on a rookie contract, or
he's
is
still on the
he
rookie deal. I would think probably be like
$10?
$10 million back per
Yeah.
year. I would think. I think they can afford that.
Oh, if he could argue if he plays well in the Super Bowl and they win the game, he could make the argument for like 10 million easily.
Yeah,
He
8 to
could.
10 million. I
He
think.
could if he balls out and there a reason they win. He could make, and that it's actually a hard ask. We'll talk more about the game here shortly, but the Patriots have a good run defense. If he balls out against the Patriots defense, they have a great run defense. I think that's more inclination to give him that
Oh yeah.
contract if
Mm-hmm.
he could have a great game against that defense.
Yeah. But yeah, good to see him perform. I love what I'm seeing from him. And yeah, the Seahawks, Sam Darnold revitalizing his career. Like,
Yeah,
got to
no
give
doubt.
credit to Clint Kubiak. He's probably going to get the Raiders job here. But yeah, I think that's the system that he's known. Because I think he played in San Fran. Wasn't Clint Kubiak on San Fran staff? I think he was.
Maybe at some point. I know
Because I know he played. I know
he
Darnold
was
played
he
with
was
them.
he was on Dennis Allen with the Saints, and then when
Okay.
I know that was the year
There was
before.
like a connection, like he knew Clint Kubiak's offense. It might have been like the same offense as
You
forget
might be
like
right. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was with San Fran.
forget like where the
Yeah,
connection is, but like he has that connection with Clint Kubiak. It's the same type of offense he's
yeah.
played with before. And I think that's like one of the main reasons why he wanted to sign with Seattle to, utilize that offense because it kind of fits his talents and what he does as a quarterback. So yeah, I think he's been really helpful to get Sam Darnold to where he is now. And then also the addition of Cooper Kupp, like that was an underrated signing, and he's been really good with that
hmm
Seahawks receiver room, like being a veteran leader there. In the locker room for JSN, and being able to contribute, scoring a touchdown in that game, the NFC Championship game. So like he's been a great leader, and people are like writing him off because he's getting old and he's been injured and everything, but he's been able to stay healthy here in the playoffs and make a name for himself. And you never know if he like wins the Super Bowl this year, right? This could be his last year.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting up there in age, so and he's been one of the better receivers, the last few years, and was regarded as a top 10 receiver with the Rams for like that like quick little run there when they won the Super Bowl, won the Triple Crown and everything, was MVP. So Cooper Kupp, credit to him as well. And that defense, you got to give credit to Leonard Williams, DeMarcus Lawrence, that whole defensive front. They've been balling out, and been playing as one of the best defenses in the league. And it's one of the reasons why they have been able to shut out teams and been able to rely on the run game. When you have, Kenneth Walker and that defense, you can win these games. And they've been able to, control line of scrimmage and just dominate. So all in all, this Seahawks team's looking good, and they got a good chance at winning this game on Sunday.
Yeah, I just Googled. You're correct that back in 2023, when Sam Darnold was the backup at San Fran, Clint Kubiak was the passing game coordinator.
There you go. Yeah, I knew he had familiarity with Darnold. It's kind of the same like Kyle Shanahan offense, kind of same like schemes and concepts and everything. So that's like one of the main reasons why he, wanted to go to Seattle.
Yeah, and what's his dad name? Like Greg Kubiak or something like that. Like he was also a good coach in the league too. So
Gary,
yeah, he comes from
Gary.
Gary. Yeah. I knew
he coached with
whatever
the Broncos.
Yeah,
He's also he was a Super Bowl
with
50.
Peyton Manning. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So he could come. He comes from a lineage like obviously Shanahan tree, and his pops could coach a little bit too. So yeah, he can coach. And just look what he did with like Olave last year. Look what he did with JSN. Now, like he knows how to get the best out of receivers. Like he knows how to get them open. JSN had a career year, so that's something to keep an eye out with the Raiders. Like he could make a wide receiver. He can turn him into a star for sure. So I know we're talking about. I don't want to get too sidetracked from the Super Bowl, but like that, I think that if that's true, the Raiders hire him after the Super Bowl. That's a home run hire for them.
Yeah,
Brady did a good job. I think that this guy was like one of the top 3 candidates in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think he was one of the probably the best out there in terms of like offensive coordinators to head coaches. So we'll see, because they'll probably get Mendoza at 1. You get Genty, Powers. Like that offense should be special. So
yeah, we'll see. I hope Mendoza pans out. It's just a question mark at this point, but
yeah, I'm not a big fan of Mendoza.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sold on the quarterbacks this draft class personally, but yeah, it seems like he's the number 1 pick though. Even though I don't know, I don't know if he should be.
Yeah,
if I was the Raiders, I would trade down from it, but
he's a little weird. I don't know. I don't really like him.
Well, you don't like the post-game speech? Him crying?
I don't like anything. Yeah, I don't know. Just him like talking in press conferences just doesn't give me franchise QB1 vibes. I don't know. I don't know if he could be the face of the franchise, but he might prove me wrong. We'll see. He showed up and won the national championship, so I'll give him credit's due, but we'll see.
Absolutely. Yeah, he put it all on the line in that game for sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's been a minute. That game was good too. Yeah, how about Kurt Snetti? Jeez, he can coach.
Man. Turn around that program.
Like that game, like going for like that Mendoza touchdown where he dove for the end zone and 4th down.
Yeah.
Like they called the quarterback draw, and before that he called the timeout. He didn't want to take the field goal. He saw something and he's like, let's just attack that. And dude, what a coaching job he did this year. And as a Penn State fan, it takes me great pride that Penn State gave him one of the best, maybe the toughest game all year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took a crazy touchdown from Omar Cooper. I think his name was. Yeah. in the back of the end zone, that great catch. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, shout out Indiana, man.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Undefeated.
Yeah, it's hard
Hell
to
of a
do.
job.
It's not easy.
Yeah. The only
So
downside is I didn't get to see Michael Irvin whip a Gatorade
yeah,
Gatorade can with the Indiana sweatshirt on. That's the only
Michael
thing.
Irvin.
That's the only bad part. But Miami had a hell of a year too,
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they'll be good.
Yeah.
Turning
Yeah.
around.
Carson Beck's another guy entering the draft. He played pretty well this year, too. So we'll
Yeah,
see. Probably like a day 2, early day 3 guy. So we'll see
yeah.
what happens with him too.
What was it like his 8th year in college? He better be.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like the whole NCAA, that's just crazy. Anyone could transfer whenever they want. The NCAA is just a shit show.
Oh
Pardon
yeah,
my French. Yeah,
it is. It is.
it's crazy, and the whole schedule too, with like the whole Lane Kiffin thing, him leaving for LSU, and they're in the playoff push. And he had to make a choice. Like the whole schedule's all messed up, and National Signing Day was like December. Well, national
Yeah,
like
they
the
gotta fix that.
early period was like December, which basically like NFL it's like having your free agency start during like the first week of the playoffs or something like
Yeah,
that.
they gotta fix that.
Yeah,
It's like so
yeah.
stupid. It just doesn't make sense. Like people are gonna transfer like when you're about to go on a run in the playoffs. Makes no sense. So
No,
hopefully they fix
that's
it.
yeah, and he was getting a lot of heat for it. So I mean, the schedule just put him in the tough spot anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of the schedule. I mean, you could argue if he made the right or the wrong pick. That's fine. You can debate that. But the fact of the matter is the schedule is wrong. And the fact that we're paying athletes, they're getting a lot of NIL money. There needs to be a coordinator now, like not coordinator, commissioner. There needs to be a commissioner.
Yeah.
That needs to come in and control things and try to get a good calendar, a good grip on things. And yeah, hold this accountable and people just transferring left and right like when we were younger like college football you just stick with one program, you put in your hours, you go to work, and then eventually you get the starting opportunity. So and nowadays it's like, okay, I'm not starting here, let's go transfer here. Okay, it's not working out here to transfer. You can transfer multiple times now, and it's crazy. It really is. And you're seeing basketball players, like actual players that made the NBA that are in the development league, coming back to college. Have you seen that? They're coming back to college.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
There's a guy that was on the G League. I forget his name. Now he played at Alabama previously. He got drafted. He was playing in the G League, and maybe he played professionally like Europe or something too. Or I completely just made it up. But now he's back at Alabama. He's
Dude,
playing
what?
college basketball again. Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta like fix the regulations and like set the precedence on like whether or not like if you go to the league you can't come back. That just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, dude, that's another long conversation to have there. But yeah, dude,
We're just going off
it's
tangents. I love
college basketball. College is just a shit show right now. It needs to be
Oh yeah.
fixed. I love it. I really do. It's entertaining, but man,
Oh, we got a
it's a
comment
shit
from
show.
Mark.
Uh-oh, what's to say?
You guys see the Penn State hockey prospect that got arrested for assault?
Yeah, yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did not, but when did that happen? Like as
Yeah.
an L, like this week?
It happened. So what happened was the hockey game was like outside. It was like their winter classic.
Oh yeah, Beaver.
Yeah, at Beaver Stadium. He's regarded as the number one prospect coming up, even for this NHL draft. Apparently he was at a bar, he got into a fight. Apparently why he got into a fight was someone was talking shit to him. He brought up his mom and he talking shit about his mom, and then he fucked him up.
Oh
And
my God.
now I just saw a report that the guy he beat up, he broke his jaw in like multiple places, and jaw has to be wired shut for 2 weeks.
Oh,
But apparently, the felony charges for aggravated assault have been dismissed. They've been dropped, but he still faces misdemeanor charges. So
oh my
we'll see what
God.
happens there.
I did
But
not see that.
yeah,
But
no, I heard of it, and then they just scrolling on Instagram earlier and happened to come across that.
he
So
had too many dirty sprites. Got out of hand.
yeah, he went to champs. Yeah,
Off the chin.
yeah. So I just looked it up. The Alabama center. So there's a former Alabama center. His name's Charles B. Diaco. He returned to the Crimson Tide in January 2026 after spending 3 seasons in the NBA G League.
Dude, what?
He spent
How
3
is that
seasons.
allowed?
Following his departure in 2023, he sued the NCAA and secured a temporary restraining order allowing him to rejoin the team despite having signed professional contracts.
How is that allowed?
I don't
It
know.
makes no
That's why I'm
sense.
saying. Yeah, and he's not the only one too. There was like James Najee. He went back to Baylor. He was in the G League too. So it's not just Bama. There's people coming back to college. Yeah,
Man.
shit show. Shit
Then the
show.
NBA trade deadline happened. That
Sixers
happened.
did fucking nothing.
Yeah, they got. You think they got worse? Or they get better with all those picks? Bye bye, Jared. Were you happy about it? You thought they were gonna get somebody, maybe, right?
I
With those
mean,
picks.
I thought the Jared trade maybe they could get somebody. But nah, it was just Josh Harris saying, Daryl, just get me under
Yeah,
the tack. Get me under
gotta get under
the
the
luxury
luxury
tax.
tax. Yep.
Even though I'm a multi-billionaire, I own the Commanders and I own the New Jersey Devils too. Let's get under the tax.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just an investment to them. They don't care. It's a write-off of some kind, right? It's a tax write-off for them somehow. It's like so. I mean, it is what it is. As Sixers fans, you and I'm numb to it.
Yep.
They didn't do anything to improve it. Like the Eric Gordon one, okay, fine. I mean, Kyle Lowry's still on the team. I get it. You're giving him a farewell tour, but he doesn't really need to be on the team, if we're being completely honest. But yeah, Jared McCain. The Jared McCain one was interesting. I'm not the biggest Jared McCain fan. He has skill. He's a good player. The fact he went to the Thunder, though, I
Yeah,
feel
he's
like
gonna be good there.
the Thunder fleets everybody in trades. Like they probably pulled off the greatest trade ever. Sending Paul George Clippers. They get all those first round picks and Shea Gilgeous Alexander. Like they may have made the greatest trade ever. One of them. Oh
Yeah.
man. Yeah, crazy. So my point is, I think just because they have a history of like fleecing people, I feel like this could be another fleece. Like the whole they picked up Isaiah Joe, and he becomes like a good role player, could shoot the three. As I knew he could. If you watch Sixers games, like yeah, he could play a little bit, but nope, he couldn't see the floor with us. And but the Thunder like we'll take him. So
Yeah.
I feel like it could be a situation like that for the Sixers. But yeah, I mean.
I feel like
Is
we
what it
gave
is.
up on him too fast, but then at the same time, it's like he didn't really have a role in the starting lineup. Now that we have VJ.
I mean, as a Sixers fan, I'm a Kevin Durant fan. But we got the Rockets 2026 first round pick, so I'm like the Sixers fan of me, like, oh, let the Rockets tank and hopefully they stink. We get a
Yeah.
lottery pick or something from them. But I don't know, man. I would love
How are the
to
Rockets now? Like, what's their record? Are they like even?
let's
I
check
don't
the
even know.
NBA standings.
We're talking NBA before the Super Bowl. Who cares?
We're making them wait.
Yep, making them wait, making them stay the whole live stream.
You're
You're getting every sports content. All the one viewers that are watching.
Are the 4 seed right now. They're 31-19.
Okay.
I don't see it happening. I don't think they win it all because they don't have really any point guards on their team, to be honest.
I could see Thunder repeating.
Yeah. Thunder, I like the Spurs. I still like the Nuggets.
Nuggets are always good, yeah.
Yeah, I like any of those three.
Jokic is back.
Yeah. I guess we're on the topic of trade deadline. That James Harden news I have on my fantasy team. I'm like, he's out for personal reasons. I'm like, oh, I hope everything's well. Bam, I went out of LA. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what happened? And
Yeah,
then of
let's see
course
how
it
that
came down to
works out.
it came down to money, and then he's like, I think we got a good opportunity to win in Cleveland. They do a swap with Darius Garland. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting for sure. I think their offense is scary. Like he makes James Harden playing with him. He makes everyone better, especially those bigs. And he got Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, so it'll make them better.
Oh yeah.
Having him with Donovan Mitchell will make things a little bit easier for him too, of course. So yeah, it'll be interesting. The only thing I would be concerned about for Cavs fans is that perimeter defense between Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, not the best perimeter defenders. So that would be a concern, is like the perimeter defense. Like, yeah, you got guys, you got Evan Mobley, you got Jared Allen that could help protect the paint on drives and stuff, but yeah, if they're getting beat off the perimeter, it collapses the defense, leaves shooters wide open. So that would be my concern, is the defensive side. But that offense should be really good. They should put up a lot of points, and that should win them games. But in a playoff series,
Yeah, I don't know if they'll
we'll
like
see.
last in the playoff
They might
series.
exploit. Yeah, they might exploit both Donovan Mitchell and James Harden on the defensive side.
Yeah.
And plus, I'm a James Harden fan, but at the same time, I gotta keep a spade a spade. He does disappear in playoff games. He does.
He
He
does.
does
He
have bad
does.
games. And,
He's fun to watch.
I'm a fan of him, but
Yeah.
he makes it look so easy when it's not that easy. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I thought that
Yeah.
was interesting.
Let's
And
see
your
on his
guy got traded. Your guy, AD.
Oh yeah, AD. He's a wizard now. Yep.
Yeah.
Set up for them in the future. Trae Young, AD.
Yeah.
Who else do they got?
Although for the past 4 seasons, AD has missed more games than Joel Embiid, so that's a problem.
Yeah, that can't
He's missing
happen.
more games than Joel Embiid. But yeah, I mean, good player. Trae Young, good player. They didn't really give up too much for Trae Young. Yeah, I think Wizards ownership was like, man, people are not really coming to the games. Let's just get people to come. Like people will come out to see Anthony Davis and Trae Young play for sure. So I mean, that's exciting, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what to think of the Wizards though, of
Yeah.
that team.
They're not going anywhere anytime soon, but they're kind of trying to be relevant again. So we'll see.
Yeah,
It sucks we never got to see Kyrie, Cooper Flag, and AD play together.
I know, but Mavericks are holding Kyrie, so we'll at least get Kyrie and Cooper Flag. And I think it's smart. I think you do keep Kyrie with Cooper Flag. I think.
Yeah.
I think I told you this. I told Mark this. Like, I think Cooper Flag's the face of the league in the future, not Wembanyama. I think he's better. Personally, I personally do. He's been playing really well. He's kind of starting to run away with the Rookie of the Year race a little bit too. Even though my Conkin Nipple's playing well too, and of course, Fear the Edge Comb.
Yeah, Fear the Edge.
Yeah, look at that NFL rookie class. NBA rookie class, it's good.
Yeah. Is the next draft class supposed to be better yet? That's what I've been hearing.
Next year should be interesting. You got Carlos Boozer's kid, Cam Boozer. You got the BYU kid, AJ. I can't pronounce his last name. Daba Yasta, whatever his name is. He's good too. Yeah, they got some guys. Yeah, there's some guys. Admittedly, I gotta watch some more college basketball. We're around the corner from March Madness and all that, which will be fun. But
it'll be right around the corner.
Exciting. I know Mark and I.
February.
Yeah, it's already February, man. Got the Super Bowl coming up. We'll talk about it, I promise. But
yeah, we'll talk about
first, Giannis didn't get traded. I know Mark and I were talking about it. Mark was pushing for the Sixers to try to trade for him.
Yeah, I didn't think of it.
Yeah,
it would have been cool, of course, but I don't know. It'd just be like, what, they would have to get rid of Paul George, but nobody wants Paul George.
Well, if you what would be more appealing? Like I asked, I think I told Mark this. You would want a young, promising player. So why would they trade Jared McCain to the Thunder? Why would if you really wanted Antetokounmpo, why wouldn't you do okay, Paul George and Jared McCain? Why would you do Paul George with that first round pick you got and other first round picks too? You're not getting rid of Edgecombe because his potential's through the roof, right? So why would you trade Jared McCain then? So once that move happened, like they were never in the market for Giannis, and they won't be in the offseason.
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, no way they're gonna get
And
Giannis. I
the
never saw
only
that.
the only way it's like, would you move Embiid for Giannis? I don't know.
I don't know. He's been playing
It's
better as of
tough.
late, but like, can he stay healthy for the
Yeah,
playoffs?
yeah,
That's the major question I've been asking every year. So, but yeah, he's been getting back in the swing of things. He's been looking better as of late. So hopefully he can
yeah.
stay healthy for the playoffs. We could go on a run. Hopefully, probably not, but
Nah,
we'll see.
probably won't.
Yep.
Nah, probably not. But let's talk about the Super Bowl. Let's
All
do it.
right. Super Bowl.
Because we probably want to get into some coaching here soon too.
Oh yeah, coaching. Ooh, my favorite.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So Super
Super
Bowl
Bowl
60. Yeah,
60.
Super Bowl 60 this
Damn, I'm
Sunday,
getting old.
6:30. Steve will be live, as you could tell from his background. He will be in
Yeah, I'll
attendance.
be live
Just
watching it.
be just be careful of the electromagnetic fields from the nuclear plant, though. I don't want you coming
Yeah.
back, popping your
Okay.
Achilles on the flight back.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
should
mean,
be a good one.
I think the line's 4.5 in favor for Seattle
Yep.
going into it. I did not check the over under for it. I did see the
I could
line.
check for you.
I guess if you want to pull that up,
I could
we
do
could
that
just look
too.
at
I could
that.
put it on the screen.
Yeah.
But
The
yeah,
Patriots will be donning the all white uniforms that got them the win in Denver because they blended in with the conditions.
the conditions.
Yeah. And then Seattle's wearing their navy blue unis for those that care. Yeah, I mean, we were talking highly about both teams earlier. Should be a fun one. I've been hearing different things. One person I was watching earlier today thinks Seattle's absolutely going to blow them out. And a couple other people were saying they think New England's going to win, and they think the money line's a free play. I think they trust the Patriots as an organization and the coaching a little bit more. And they are Drake May believers for what it's worth. But yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure.
Oh
It's going to
yeah.
be a fun game. It's going to be a fun game. I think it's still a little bit better. I see most people be on Seattle for what it's worth nationally. But yeah, New England, Seattle, it's a rematch.
Rematch from a few years back. Malcolm
Yeah,
Butler picking off
yeah,
Russ. They should have ran at the one, but now they have
yeah.
K9. So if that ever happens, you run with K9.
That's right.
But yeah, if I had to pick a winner, all right, I'm
Do
taking
it.
the Seahawks. Mario's gonna be happy. Chooch is gonna be happy. I think the Seahawks win this game,
And Jared too, right?
and Jared too. Yep, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, we
Shout
got
out.
some Seahawks. Yep, shout outs to our guys.
Shout out to them.
Um,
Congratulations.
yep, well deserved. Finally getting a team together again and going back to the promised land. Not too far ago. How long? When was the last win? 2015. About a little over a decade. Pretty sure.
Yeah, was it 2015?
Think so.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. I think you're right.
Yeah, against the
I think
Broncos.
you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Something
Um,
somewhere around there.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think the Seahawks. I think they're the better team. I really do. That defense, I think it's going to give Drake May problems. I think just going to be hard for them to score points. I do think it'll be a close game, though. I think the final score, been saying it all week at work, 24-20 Seahawks.
24
So,
20.
yeah, I think it'll
I
be
like
like,
that.
yeah, close game. It's going to be kind of like more scoring, back and forth a little bit, not so much of a defensive game. Be interesting, but I still think the Seahawks are the better team. They'll find the way to win. And yeah, they'll utilize the run game. You got JSN, Darnold, who's been lighting it up. I just think they're just the better team in this game. But honestly, Vrabel and them, I could see them winning. I could, but the only way that happens, the formula for the Patriots to win, is they get Darnold to turn the ball over, right, and just eliminate the explosive plays. If they do that, and the Patriots they control the ball and don't turn it over, I think they have a shot at winning. But Darnold has to, make mistakes, obviously, and they have to play lights out on defense. And they're very capable of doing it. We've seen them do it time and time and again this year. But I just think the Seahawks outmatch them talent-wise, where that won't happen, and they get the job done. So that's why I have Seattle.
I learned from the conference championship. I'm just gonna roll with you. Nah, I mean I am picking Seattle, but not because you picked it. Not joking. I do think the Seahawks are going to win this game, so I'm gonna make them happy too. Our friends. Yeah, I think you make some great points. I was a little bit concerned because Nick Eamon-Warrior, who's been a standout rookie, he
Yeah,
went down in
saw that.
practice, but Mike McDonald said he's good to go. So no concern there. And plus, they're going to give some. Everyone's banged up at this point in the year, so they're just going to shoot them up with a little something, little perks or whatever, and they'll be ready to play. So I don't know. Are you concerned at all with the oblique of Sam Darnold or the shoulder of Drake May? Do you think that becomes a factor?
I think. Well, we saw what Darnold did with the oblique against the Rams. He was lighting it up.
Yeah.
So I think take some painkillers, do what you got to do, in the blue medical tent. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be fine. Honestly, I think the adrenaline will make them play, and they'll be just fine. Drake May, I would say I'm more concerned with Drake May because it's a shoulder more than the oblique of Darnold, but I'm not too worried about it because I'm pretty sure he practiced in full, Drake May. So, and they're gonna give it a go. They're not gonna miss this game, so they'll make it work. No one's 100% healthy right now, so yeah, I think it'll be fine.
I just think Sam Darnold, he's been playing well through it, and I could tell with Drake May that there's been discomfort. Just watching that Denver game, they've been favoring that handoff. So maybe with the rest and him being more of a participant in practice throughout the week, that's a good news for the Patriots. But I still think the shoulder is a little bit more tricky of a thing for him to manage, and it has been so far in the playoffs. But like I said, the defense has been good, and they've been able to do enough on offense to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Seattle, like you were saying, they're just a different animal. Though, that offense, like you were saying, it's explosive. So you can only hope to contain them if you're the Patriots defense. You're not going to fully stop that offense. No one really has been able to put a cap on it. Like Shaheed, I think it could come down to special teams too, as well. Like Rashid Shaheed has been a difference maker on the special team side, on the kickoff and the punt returns.
Great trade.
How do you want to deal with that special teams? That could very well determine the outcome of it, too, because he could flip field position for Seattle just in one kickoff return, and that could be huge, too, as well. So that's going to be interesting. So yeah, I think the matchup to look for is that Seattle offense versus New England defense. I think that would be very interesting as well. The other side of the ball, I expect Seattle to just do their thing to mitigate the damage, so to speak. I think I think they could keep him in check. I think they already had their tough matchup with the Rams. I think they were a top 5 offense in the league. I don't see that. I haven't been seeing the New England Patriots as a really legitimate offense thus far in the playoffs. They haven't been really impressing me over there. Doesn't mean take your foot off the gas, but I feel like your tough challenge defensively already happened, and just stick to the game plan. You know, Mike McDonald's going to do a great job on the game plan. He has all year, so I think he's going to do some different things on the back end as far as disguising. Like, he's really good with his secondary guys, and I just think the experience there, like I just think the Patriots, I think they could win a Super Bowl with their staff, with Drake May and Vrabel. I just think they're just a little bit too young right now, to be honest. Just at the quarterback position, like, I think with Sam Darnold, yeah, he's been around the league. It's not Nick Foles to the same effect. I think it's different, but it's similar in the fact that, yeah, they've been a little bit journeyman a little bit, and they caught momentum at the right time, and he's making a career out for himself. So I think he's ready for the moment. I do trust Sam Darnold, actually, even though I just said I didn't trust him in the conference championship, but he could prove me wrong. But I think he'll do enough to win the game. And I don't know about a score prediction, but I do have a bold prediction. As you alluded to earlier, the Malcolm Butler play. My theory is Seattle's up late. New England's driving the ball. Fourth quarter, clock's ticking away. They get down all the way to the 1. Instead of handing it off to Ramondre Stevenson, he tries to throw to Stephon Diggs. Picked off by Nick Emmanwori. Game over.
So it's reverse.
Reverse. Let's do it in reverse.
Oh.
Or I could see it the other way. Seattle drives, and then they hand off to Kenneth Walker. And like, oh, yeah, I could see that too. I could see that
Seahawks
too.
fans would
be. I like your score prediction, though. I was thinking the same way with you. I didn't know which way you were leaning, but I was thinking New England could cover, and I think Seattle holds late. They either score late, like I said in my second scenario, or they hold, and they just win. So I think 4.5 is a good line, and I think the Patriots will cover that.
Yeah, I think they will too.
Now, do I think it'll go over 45.5? Yeah, I think it could. I think it could go over 45.5. You said 24-20. Man, that's tough. Go over. I like your score. I like your score a lot. I do. I don't want to go too. I think you nailed it. I think
I nailed it.
I think you did nail it. But I'll go different.
Don't matter. It could be the same.
Nah, we got to be different. We got to be different. We pick
whatever
the same
you
winner.
think.
We pick the same spread. Like, I heard someone say 31-10 Seattle. I'm like, no way.
I also saw like 23-14. I'm like, that could happen. 23-14. So, yeah, we'll see. Should be a fun one. Let us know you guys got in the comment section down below.
I'll go 23-20.
All right. I like it.
Fuck it.
23.
23-20 Seahawks. And yeah, did you see Mike Vrabel said like he would like cut off his like male genitalia part to win the Super Bowl?
Oh, I did see that.
I'm like, do I want to bet against that? But I did.
It's dedication right there.
Yeah, I guess he's like, I'm done having kids. I'm done with like the fun stuff with a woman.
Yeah,
like, the Super Bowl's more important than that.
Oh man.
No. Well, I guess final topic we could just go through. I've been dying to talk to you about this. Let's just go through coaching hires.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll start with the big one, right? Those damn Giants, right? They
Damn
do something.
Giants.
They do something. Right?
Finally.
We both called it. I think
We did.
we both had John Harbaugh going to the Giants. We both called it. So congratulations to you. Yeah, he had his press conference not too long ago. I want to get your
Yup.
thoughts. He's starting to put his staff together.
Mm-hmm.
I'll share my thoughts, but as the Giants fan, I want to give the floor to you and just give me
Yeah.
the thoughts as a fan.
Well, I think in terms of like candidates out there, he was the best one available. So I think in terms of that, is A plus. But we'll see. We'll see if his ways of coaching is not turning to be like dated. Might be a little outdated now. People are saying that, which could be the case. That might be one of the reasons why the Ravens haven't been, able to get over the hump with Lamar and crew. But we'll see. But yeah, I like everything that he's bringing to the table. Just bringing, a team that's going to show up, a team that's going to love football, a team that's going to be disciplined. Everything he was saying in the press conference, I like that. With the OC, Matt Nagy, we'll see. I'm not the biggest
Right, that
fan
just
of it.
happened.
I'm not the biggest fan of it, but at the same time, there wasn't many options out there. And that's a guy that, has familiarity with Harbaugh, like being part of the Andy Reid coaching tree. So I kind of see why he hired him. Who I wanted, who was left available, was probably like Cliff Kingsbury, just because, he's been good with young quarterbacks so far. Kyler Murray was the best with Cliff Kingsbury. Jaden Daniels got to the Super Bowl, NFC Championship game in his first year. So, that was who I was eyeing that was still available. But, I'll take Matt Nagy. He has head coaching experience. He's been under Andy Reid, Coach Patrick Mahomes. So he knows what it takes to win, hopefully now. And get another crack at it, calling the plays, because he wasn't calling the plays with the Chiefs. Andy Reid was doing that. So maybe, learn a thing or two from him. And then also, I like the addition. I don't know if you saw yesterday, we added Greg Roman, who's going to be
Oh, really?
like a senior, offensive like assistant on the staff. So, and they're saying
Okay.
like he's going to, be like the run game coordinator. So, and his run offenses have been like top 10 in the league the past like few years. Like he's been, the coordinator with the Ravens and the Chargers there. So I like the addition of, adding like all this veteran, leadership that, has been there, done that, and has all the experience. I like that. And then in terms of defensive coordinator, this Denard Wilson
Yeah.
was a guy I wanted like a few years back. Instead
Yeah,
we got
that was a good
Shane
hire.
Cohen. Yeah. Well, yeah. So,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think he's going to be solid. He's a young, talented, defensive mind in the league. And, people are saying, well, his defense was ass with the Titans. Yeah, because they had no talent. So now you put him on the Giants, we have talent. Obviously, we still need to, get a secondary,
Yeah.
but I think he's going to bring the best out of our secondary, what we have now. So I think he's going to be able to unlock some players' potential here. Maybe, revitalize Deontay Banks, hopefully, because, yeah, he's really good with the secondary. So
Yeah.
hopefully he could do that. I know it's, saying a lot, but, all in all, I do like what's happening. So it looks good on paper. Just got to see it come to, fruition there. So we'll see what happens. But I like the hire. I'm not going to complain as of yet. Just got to see the results now. So
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be complaining either, honestly. Yeah, Denard Wilson, he was on the Eagles staff when we went to the Super Bowl in 2022. He was our secondary coach, and the secondary really played well for him as well. So when I saw that, I'm like, that's a good hire. That was good. That was definitely a good hire. Because when Jonathan Gannon left, that was like an option. I was like, oh, just promote him to defensive coordinator, but he didn't, and then he left as a result. They went with Sean Desai instead, which was a mistake at the time, but is what it is, right?
yeah, it's what it
Yeah.
is.
For the big man, John, Yeah, I like the hire. It's a coaching. I guess that's the theory. Coaching is outdated. Was Andy Reid's coaching outdated when he left the Eagles? I don't think it was. It's still not. They won a couple of Super Bowls with the Chiefs.
True.
Um, no, I don't think coaching could be outdated. Like, there's different ways to coach it. There's different ways to get through players. Yeah, I don't think it's outdated. I just think it's just the way the NFL is. Like, when he was coming into the league, you used to have like the new bargaining agreement. You can't. There's only certain days you could practice with pads. You can't do 2, 3 a days anymore. So I think a lot changed since he became in the league, and it's kind of hard, I guess, for his coaching style to adapt that way. Perhaps you're not doing the 2, 3 a days anymore. So maybe that's where it's at. I don't think he. It's not because he can't coach. I think he could coach. I
Mm.
think I think I think the Giants could be one of the more improved football teams next year. I do think that. Um,
Oh yeah.
I just think I do think I just give it a grade. I give it a minus. I think it was a good hire. Would it be my top hire for him? Possibly. It possibly was. I think it was. I think that should be at the Giants' top of the list. The only one I might argue is Clint Kubiak. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think Clint Kubiak would make Malik Neighbors into a monster. I really do. See what he's doing with JSN, like I mentioned earlier. I think that would have been great. It'd been great for Jackson Dart. That would probably be my 1A, but 1B would be John Harbaugh. So I think you make out just fine. And you should be happy. Maybe it's like a Tom Coughlin move for you. So
Yeah.
an old school, maybe a little kick in the ass for the players. Not trying to be buddy buddy. Not saying Brian Dable was, but it'll be good to have a different voice in there
Oh yeah.
and not having Shane Bowen, and you'll have a good defensive coordinator. I promise you that. And your earlier point about his defense wasn't very good. Like, people have to understand. I'm not saying you understand this. It's not, you can have the best scheme in the world. You really could, but if the players are shit, the scheme don't matter. It's all about the players.
Mm.
It's the players that make the scheme. Okay, Vic Fangio, he talks about this too. It's the players. You can have the best scheme. It don't matter if the players don't know how to play it, or they're not good enough to play. They're not good enough, right? So it's about the players. And yeah, the Giants, do they have some holes in the secondary? Yeah, maybe they don't have the players right now in the secondary. Maybe they fix that a little bit in the draft. Maybe they get Caleb Downs for Denard Wilson to work with, right? Maybe they do that in the first round. That'd be a great hire. I think that makes a ton of sense now with him as your defensive coordinator. I think that would be a great first round draft pick. Get Caleb Downs. So yeah, just I think that's got to be the key. Is just getting players more on that side of the ball, building up the offensive line in the trenches, and we'll see. Maybe the Giants will be back. Maybe I don't think next year. Maybe in 2, 3 years, maybe they'll make a push with John
Yeah.
Harbaugh. Yeah,
Be fun to see. Yeah. Just gotta get back healthy. Hopefully Malik could be who he was.
yeah, for sure. My
Scadaboo.
last,
It's gonna be tough. They're not gonna be 100% right off the bat. I know that for a fact.
yeah, my last point with the Giants. I wanted to ask you this, and then we can move on to the other coaching candidates. What happens with Joe Shane now? Like, I get it. It seems like he kind of got moved to the doghouse a little bit. Is John
Yeah.
Harbaugh now going to call the shots? Like, this draft coming up, is John Harbaugh really going to be the number one say his word? He wants this player. That's going to be who they get. Like, how much input does Joe Shane have on free agency? How much does he have on the draft? Like, what's that situation? How's that dynamic? I know he said something to the effect of it being collaborative between John and himself
Yeah.
and the front office, but it feels like he got he's not going to come out and say it. It feels like he got kind of like kicked to the closet, so to speak, a little
Yeah.
bit. It seems like
Pretty
John's
much.
going to have the final say.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm hearing. Like, obviously, like he's gonna have all his scouts. They're gonna has the same old scouting department that's gonna look at all the prospects and everything, and they'll give their input. And he'll give his input. But I think, like Harbaugh, what he'll do with that information is like he'll make who he thinks is the best player to draft, and he'll probably move forward with that because I think that's what took so long for him to sign the contract. Honestly, is like in terms of the contract, like he wanted to have power over Joe Shane, and that's pretty much what took so long, and they had to like write it in the form of the contract to make it happen. So I still think, Joe Shane, he's still gonna like give his input, his scouting department, everything. And John Harbaugh will use that information and all the analytics that they're using, but he's gonna decide like, okay, yeah, I like this, and this, but I want this player. So I think that's just how it's gonna shake out. And obviously, like ownership too has to like kind of agree with it. So and give their approval, but
Yeah.
so I think Harbaugh has more say than Joe Shane right now, and I think
Yeah.
honestly I think this is Joe Shane's last year because like it's the last year he's under contract.
Mhm.
But at the same time, he did. People are saying, well, he drafted Dart and he's had two good draft classes. Yes, he has, and I'll give him credit there. Like the draft classes have been good, but in terms of like free agents, he's kind of been whiffing a lot.
Yeah.
So there's that. So all in all,
No, he hasn't made good moves there.
but I think Harbaugh has more power than Shane right now.
Yeah, I agree. I agree for sure. Let's move
Mm-hmm.
on, shall we? We got some other ones to talk about.
Yeah,
One that sticks to mind. Have some interest in it. I've seen. Um, I have family members that are Steelers fans, so we got Big Mike
Big
McCarthy.
Mike.
He's hired. He's hired by the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's a Yinzer. He's from there.
Yep.
Just real quickly, when I saw the news, I was like, I was not moved by it. Honestly, as a guy that has some rooting interest in the team, I wasn't like that moved with it. I was like, okay, I don't think he made like a risky move. It was just kind of like a safe play. So I thought I thought they would go younger. To be honest, I thought they would go younger, either promote within or go with like a Brian Flores. And I think he was a finalist for the job, but they went with Mike McCarthy. He has the ties there, and I just think what sold him was just like the track record he has with like a Dak Prescott and Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers' future's up in the air. Maybe he does one final year with Mike McCarthy there. But just thinking about it, I kind of understand why they did that. Just his offenses have always been pretty solid. It wasn't like his Dallas tenure was off, or they won like 11 to 12 ball games a year. So they were still good teams, and his run with the Packers was good too. So it's not like he can't coach. Um, I don't know. It's tough. I think if I had to give it a grade, I would give it like a B minus to a B. Like I understand why they made it. Um, I don't know much about like does he put you over the top to Super Bowl? I don't know if he's the right coach for that, but I think he's a good coach if you're just hoping to make the playoffs and play well in the regular season. I think he's the right guy for that. I don't know if he's the guy to get you to the next level of going to Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So that's my take on it. I think he's a good coach. I think he works well with quarterbacks. I don't think it's a bad hire, but if I had to give it a grade, I'd give it a B.
Yeah. I would pretty much agree with you there. I think it's pretty much Mike Tomlin all over again. Like he's gonna be a coach
Yeah, just on
that's
the other
gonna keep you
side.
guys relevant. And he's gonna get the best out of his players, especially offensively. Like he'll always have like a top 10 offense in the league. And he was great with the Packers, great with the Cowboys, always winning games, keeping them relevant. But
Yeah.
when it comes playoff time, he just doesn't get over the hump. And maybe he'll win one playoff game, but like you don't see him making it all the way to the promised land unless he has like a stacked roster. And the Steelers, they don't have that. They're still like kind of like in a
They're
rebuild.
still figuring it out.
They're
Yeah.
still figuring out. Like ever since they lost Big Ben, like I said last time, like they just haven't been able to find the franchise guy, and they've just been trying to like get veteran guys each time and time again, and they're just getting old to the point where they can't carry the team and make them win the big game. They don't have like a face of the franchise right now. They don't have a Josh Allen. They don't have a Mahomes. They're still looking for that in the process of still building the
Yeah.
offense with the playmakers. You got DK, but like in reality, like DK is not going. One playmaker like DK is not enough to be a team that's pushing to win a Vince Lombardi trophy. It's just not. You
They're not
gotta
there
you
yet.
gotta build the roster out, build an offensive line. They're missing a lot of key pieces still on this team, and they're still
Yeah,
like a little ways away from being a contender. So, and they're kind of old. So, I think
for sure.
they need to try and like kind of hit the reset button here shortly. It's kind of hard because they're always winning. You're gonna have to have like a down year or two to like actually do that and get like good draft capital, but it's hard when you're trying to stay relevant at the same time.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, it's a good hire for
Yeah,
staying relevant and
yeah,
his good track record. So I see why they did it.
yeah. I just think my reaction at first, and it still kind of is my reaction. I was hoping for a fun hire, just like a fun name, like someone who hasn't been there before, just taking over a team, first time head coach. I was looking for something fun like that for them. Just because they just don't really see you don't see much of a turnover with coaches there. So that's where I thought they were going. I thought, oh, it would be fun if they got a first time head coach, whoever that may be, or Brian. I thought they would do Brian Flores. We both did, but I was like, man, I was really hoping for like someone for a first year, and they didn't. They didn't do that, so it wasn't fun. That it wasn't a fun hire, but I get why they hired. So it wasn't fun, but I understand the hire. Um,
Yep.
even even though like I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I'm not over the moon about it, but I understand it. We'll see what it is. What it is. We'll see. We'll see what he does. He's from there. Maybe that adds extra motivation for him to do
Yeah.
something. His whole family is Steelers fans, so he grew up a Steelers fan, probably watching those Super Bowls. So,
And I like
it's emotional for him.
I like the Patrick Graham move for DC because yeah, he's a guy that has
Yeah,
been relevant in the league and puts together like close to top 10 defenses when he has the talent. So I think yeah, he's a guy that has the resume to be relevant and put together a good defense with the Steelers. So I don't know who they hire
yeah,
for OC, but I don't think that really matters when you got McCarthy.
yeah. For sure. Let's move on again. Let's see. Pick a team. Let's go with the Ravens. All right.
Falcons or
Oh,
oh,
uh,
okay.
uh,
Yeah, we
uh,
could go Ravens. I don't care.
okay. I won't spend too much time on the Ravens. Jesse Minter, defensive coordinator. He was defensive coordinator for the Chargers. Good year. He's now the Ravens head coach. Now, this was the kind of fun hire I was kind of hoping the Steelers would make, but I think the Ravens made this fun move. I like it. I like it. Um, I feel like this could be like a similar effect to like Mike McDonald a little bit. I feel
Yeah.
like the Ravens they saw what Mike McDonald did and they want to get someone with like a similar ilk. They see what he's been doing and like okay, um, obviously Jesse Minter had some time too under John Harbaugh. I mean, excuse me, Jim Harbaugh with at Michigan, University of
Uh-huh.
Michigan, and with the Chargers. So I think they were interested in that and his defenses have been playing pretty well, and they want to take the upside there. And I think they feel like it could be like a Mike McDonald effect for them. So I do like the move. I think I'll give this like a B plus. I think it was a good hire. I think I like what I heard from him. I heard a little bit of clips from him. I think he could be a good leader for that locker room, and they have talent on that defensive side, and I think they had a bad year. I don't know if I think Zachary Orr was the defensive coordinator. I don't know if it was him not getting the best out of the guys, but they have talent over there, and I think he can maximize that. And I don't know if they hired an offensive coordinator yet. That's going to be the key for him. Who's going to be the offensive coordinator? Maybe you can enlighten me if you know who that individual is.
I
I
do
don't know.
not, but I can
I don't
look it
know if
up. if they
I
did.
don't know if he did. That's just going to be the key there. Who's the offensive coordinator going to be for Lamar? I
Declan
don't.
Doyle.
Declan. Oh, that does sound familiar. Okay,
Do
Declan
I know who
Doyle.
that is? No, but he is their OC.
Okay, I heard of that. I heard his name.
I
So
think he
maybe
was under Ben Johnson with the Bears.
that's okay. That's right. Because the Eagles interviewed him and he said no to it for offensive coordinator. Okay, so
Yeah,
he works with
that's a good
Lamar.
move.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. I like the youth that they're going with there. Bring some young energy. Obviously, your boy John Harbaugh, the changing of the guard, right? He's a little bit older, so they're bringing in a whole new philosophy in there.
Yeah, I like it.
So I like the hire. I'll give it a B plus.
Yeah, I would give it. I would say yeah, B plus. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, I think yeah they wanted to change it up from what they're used to. Young defensive minded coach. I'm honestly surprised Chris Shula didn't get any jobs. I'm surprised he did not
Well,
get
did you
any
see
jobs.
that conference championship game?
Well, yeah, but
It was not that good.
I know, but the Seahawks they're really good. So, but I think he deserved the job, Chris Shula. So I was kind of surprised, but
I think they made a better hire,
yeah, I
personally.
think Minter's good,
I think
but I was
Mitchell's
just
better.
saying, I'm just saying I was surprised Shula didn't get a job at all. Um, so, but yeah, Minter, I think he's a guy that is going to yeah make that Ravens defense way better than it was the past few years. Because that's something they need to get back to that championship DNA. And yeah, hiring the Bears offensive coordinator, or yeah, I guess he was like the offensive coordinator. I think he was like the pass game coordinator or something. Declan Doyle.
Hmm.
So bringing that Ben Johnson type offense, hopefully to the Ravens, that should be fun to watch. I don't know if it fits Lamar, but I think we can make it work. Lamar is a two-time MVP, so and then seeing what the Bears was able to do in the run game this year with Swift and Monongai, if they could bring that with Derrick Henry, yeah, sign me up. I think they'll be one of the better teams in AFC and trying to get a
Yeah.
Super Bowl. So yeah, I like the hire.
Yeah, they'll have a good draft pick this year too. Um, yeah, I like it too. Now we could talk about the Falcons. We could talk about Stefanski.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, I could go first, I guess.
All
Yeah,
right,
I like the
you go
hire.
first.
I like the hire Stefanski because they have a great offense, right? But they need someone to, coach the offense, and they have the talent. Talent's there, but you need to have, the coach to, scheme it up and everything. I think Stefanski's the guy. They got Bijan. Did they bring back Kyle Pitts? I don't know, but I know he's a free agent. I feel like you should now with Stefanski because what he was able to do with Njoku and Harold Fannin Jr. Last year, just being able to scheme up like the tight end is one of the most uh, used targets in his offense, and then you got Drake London in there, so. Well, it's going to be interesting to see like Kirk Cousins. I think they already restructured his deal. I think he should be the quarterback one going into the season, but we'll
He
see.
should be. Yeah.
We'll see if he stays. Michael Penix, I think they're gonna move off of him. I think there's a reason why they fired the GM and they fired Raheem Morris because they have to. They didn't like the move of Michael Penix, especially after signing Kirk to that long deal. Just didn't make sense ownership wise. Did not like it. They gave him a year or two, and they couldn't take it anymore. So they didn't like that move. I don't think he's gonna last in this league. Michael Penix, he's kind of injury prone. Been dealing with injuries since college, so I don't know if he's the franchise guy. But
Yeah.
I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Who knows? But I like the Stefanski move because like that's a division they could win now with Stefanski if he's the right coach. Like I think he is, former coach of the year.
Yeah.
Like they should win the division this year. It's up to them or their Bucks. But the Panthers are getting better as well, so you can't count them out. So I think it was a great hire. I would say B plus because I don't know who we hired for DC and OC, but I like the hire a lot.
Yeah, I give it a B plus too. I could just imagine like Stefanski's a master like play action. You have Bijan. I could see the play action game with like London and possibly Pitts and those boys. I think it's a good hire. It'll unlock the potential of the offense, and I think they kept the offensive coordinator that was previously there on staff. I believe he's still the offensive coordinator. I
Okay.
think. I think he's
Yeah.
still there.
Yeah.
As well. So that's interesting. Yeah. I think defensively last year, like they had some young promising players. So yeah, I think they have a lot to build on, and I just think their offense was just capped at some point. The offense played better with Kirk Cousins, but at that point, it was too little, too late. At that point, so I think you got to roll in the season with Kirk as a starter. I he they Stefanski was what his OC and back in Minnesota, so they have a relationship there.
Yeah.
So, so I think that's good, and I think Kirk Cousins could still have something left, and I think he could flourish with Stefanski as a coach. So I do like the hire. They are going to have to figure out what to do for the future of their quarterback. I think they got to figure out who they're going to draft, whether it's Penix the guy. If not, they're going to have to. Not saying this year. I don't think it's the year for them to look at a franchise quarterback, but
Yeah.
it's
No way.
coming. It's coming if you don't believe in Michael Penix.
Yeah.
So
We'll see. But yeah, I don't believe in Michael Penix. Tell you that.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Do you want to go to Nashville? Want to
Yeah.
go to
Let's
the
go.
Titans?
Yeah. We'll
Robert
go to
Sala.
Nashville.
Yeah,
I'll let you go
this
first.
this is interesting. I thought Sala was going to stay in the NFC West, take the Cardinal job. He did not. He did not. He took the Titans job. Um, yeah, I think I like the hire. I think I do. I think I give it. I get. I don't. I'm probably gonna give it my lower grade, but I still don't mind the hire. I'll give it probably like a B minus to us. A B minus, I would say. Um, I've listened to his press conference, and I think he after a year of like reflecting and just being a defensive coordinator and having some success with the Niners defense, he reflected on his Jets tenure and he realized that he should be more hands on with the defense. So expect him this year with the Titans defense to be more hands on and calling the defense there. So that should be good. Now he's just got to put a defensive roster together. Well, he's got to put a roster together generally on both sides of the ball. So that's going to be something to watch there. And I guess Dable's going with them as the offensive
Yeah.
coordinator. So we'll see what
Dave's.
happens with Dabes and Cam Ward down there in Nashville. That should be interesting. And
Yep.
I guess the best thing is we get to see Robert Saleh, Liam Cohen twice a year.
Yeah. That should be
That'd be the,
fun.
that'd be the fun part about it. But
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, I mean, I don't have much more to say honestly about that than that. I mean, his last Jets tenure wasn't that great, but maybe you learn from that and maybe you come back better, or it's just more of the same. So I give it like a C plus to B minus, honestly. We're gonna have to see, and they have a lot of work cut out. They need to fix the roster fast. Well, not
Yeah.
fast. They need to fix it. Might take a. They gotta give them at least a couple of years with the team. Like
Oh
at
yeah.
least like
Because they're
3 years.
nowhere near.
Yeah, three
If
years.
they could magically win 7 games this year,
That's a
that's a
win.
good
Yeah,
start. That's a win.
yeah, it's a win.
But yeah, they gotta build the roster up. But I like the hire because like what he's been able to do with the Niners defense, like when he's the defensive coordinator there, like they are a top 5 unit. I feel like every time he was there. But obviously they have the talent and the scheme to run it to be good. Um, and what he was able to do with the Niners defense, like all banged up this year too, like guys stepping up and making plays and finding ways to win games. Yes, the Titans still need help on the defense side of the ball, talent wise. Can the new GM put together some talent? We'll see. I don't know, but I like the hire in terms like if he can bring the Niners defense what he had there to the Titans, yeah, that's gonna be a good team. And if he can bring Dable's offense that can potentially win games. He wasn't able to do it with the Giants the past few years, but like if he can, yes, if we could get the coach of the year, Brian Dable, and what he was able to do with Josh Allen, and yeah, if he could do that with Cam Ward, because I know, Dable really loved Cam Ward, and the Giants pretty much tried to do everything they could to trade up to number one the year that Cam Ward came out. So, so I think he loves Cam Ward. That's why he took the job. Be interesting to see what they could do together. But yeah, they all obviously have to build up the offense side of the ball too. You need to get some more playmakers for Cam Ward. They have a lot of doing. They got a lot of doing for the roster overhaul to make this team good. But they got the pieces in place. It looks good on paper in terms of the staff. So let's see if they can put together a roster that's good enough on paper and can win some football games.
Yeah. I think we're in complete agreement there. Let's just keep going south. Let's go to Miami. Jeff Hafley, Packers defensive coordinator. He was hired. He had some head coaching experience. I know Boston College. He was a coach there. Yeah, I mean, interesting hire for sure. I forget what we predicted. I don't think Jeff Hafley was the guy we predicted there, but I think we figured something to the effect of a tough, hard-nosed guy. I don't know if we said Jeff Hafley or not.
I might have put Saleh there.
Yeah, I might have to look back.
Yeah, I have to watch the podcast.
I would have to look back. Maybe I wrote.
Maybe our viewers could tell us.
Yeah, please. Maybe I could find it, but yeah. I think I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. We'll have to see. He has some head coaching experience, which I guess is a plus. I haven't looked back and really seen what he did at Boston College. But we'll see. We'll see about it. Yeah, if he could bring a hard-nosed mentality and really get the guys to buy into the culture and play hard, which Mike McDaniel seemed to kind of lose there, then it could end up being a good hire. I just have a lot of unknowns. I know the Packers defense played well with him, but I think they don't have like the same players, obviously, that the Packers did. So they're going to have to build that defense, see how he can get the most out of it, and got to figure out what's going on with Tua. So he has some work cut out for him. It looks like they're in the market for quarterback, whether for draft, trade, whatever the case may be there. So it's going to be interesting to see what gets done there. If I have to give it a grade, I'd probably go right under Saleh, give it C+.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat, C+. Yeah, he's got a good resume that got him this job. I don't know much about him, but I know he's been a lot of places, and he's a guy that's talked around in the league. So he was due to finally move up in the world and get a head coaching job. So congrats to him. Yeah, they have a lot of work to do on that team. I don't think Tua stays. I think they cut ties with them. They don't want him anymore. And I think possibly Quinn Ewers could be the starter this year. That is so in play. But obviously, hopefully Tyreek comes back. That is, one of their better players on the team. And hopefully he could come back healthy because that was a gruesome injury. But you also got Waddle, you got Achane, you got some pieces there on the offensive side of the ball. So yeah, being able to, find the right OC and, putting everything together, I think, that's a team that could be, potentially, playing, for a wild card spot, depending on if, they get everything right at quarterback and they correctly build the roster this offseason. So there's still a lot of question marks. We'll see what they do this offseason, but yeah, I'll give it a C+.
Yeah, completely agree. Let's see. Let's go to Cleveland. Todd Monken. He got the head job. A lot of people thought he was going to follow John Harbaugh, be the OC. Didn't happen because he got the head coaching job at Cleveland. I think this was one of the more shocking things that happened in the coaching cycle. A lot came out with like that they do all these different kinds of personality tests, other different kinds of tests for their candidates. a lot of people backed out, like Mike McDaniel, for instance, backed out, and a few other guys did. Jim Schwartz, who was in the running, he wanted the Cleveland job. He sent in the resignation today, so he's obviously not
Yeah.
happy, and Todd Monken's going to have to look for a defensive coordinator now. But yeah, this was interesting. Obviously, the year before, he had a good offense with the Ravens. Last year was a little bit inconsistent. He has his work cut out for him. Obviously, he was very open and transparent about not having a good relationship with Lamar Jackson that may have caused them not to be as successful, not to be on the same page. So he has to get in the same page with his quarterback. They have to be in lockstep together. They have to be bought into one another. They got to believe in one another, and they got to move forward there. Now, I did see a video with him saying, I wanted to draft Shador in Baltimore. Now they're reunited. We'll see if they roll with Shador as the starter. It'll be interesting to see what comes with that. Is it Dylan Gabriel, or are they going to go in the draft again? It's hard to say. It's hard to say what Cleveland's going to do there. He's going to have to figure it out, and he's going to have to get something out of these young guys too. That whatever Stefanski going to do, he's going to have to try to figure out. It's an interesting hire. It's one I didn't see coming either. I thought Monken didn't make his name like a hot candidate, but I guess Cleveland was probably the most undesirable job in the entire market. So, and Tom Monken was ready for opportunity, and it's one of 32 jobs in the world. Why not take it, right? So I guess
Yeah.
that was his mindset. I'd probably go right with Jeff Hafley at a C plus because I do know a little bit more about him. I know he's had success at defensive coordinator. Offensive coordinator like Hafley did at defensive coordinator. I think they're in the same boat there. We'll see what he does as the head guy. I think he's entering a tough situation, but hey, it's one of 32 jobs. Give it a C plus. Kind of a
Yeah.
shock.
Yeah, I was shocked too. I thought he was going to be the Giants OC. I really did.
Yeah.
I
Same.
thought they were going to promote Jim Schwartz to head coach because they didn't want him to leave the building. Obviously, they didn't view him as a head coach, and now he walked. He resigned. He doesn't want to be there anymore. But yeah, I think Todd Monken, I think he's a really capable offensive coordinator in this league. He's shown a lot of success with the Ravens, and yeah, he's a guy that's been in the league for a while now. And yeah, I think it's a good step for the Browns offense, especially for the young quarterbacks that they have on their roster. Do I know who's going to start this year? No, but I don't think they draft a quarterback just because they have Shador and Dylan Gabriel. If they have both of them, you would think they would not, but you never know. Their GM, Andrew Berry, he makes questionable decisions, and they also got Deshaun Watson as well, so he might be starting. So who knows?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Can't forget about that. So
Yeah.
he's fully back, healthy, so he might be starting this year. We don't know. He's still under contract, so. I like the move, bring in some stability there, hopefully. And yeah, there wasn't many candidates that wanted this job, so I think he was probably one of the better candidates. And I would have took this job too over the Giants OC just so I can have some head coach experience. And then if I'm the guy to turn around the Cleveland Browns, then they'll remember me forever. So good for him.
Yeah. Yeah, congrats to him. And congratulations to Joe Brady from getting promoted. Offensive coordinator, the head coach. Sean
Yeah.
McDermott out of there after they lost to Denver. I thought that was interesting too. I think we talked about it. We weren't really sure if it should happen. I think you were on the record saying I don't see it happening at all. Maybe this caught you by surprise as well.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was a chance, and they did. If you listen to the owner, Pegula, he was saying that they hit a playoff wall and they thought a change was going to be made. So I thought maybe they'll look beyond, but they go within to get Joe Brady. They promote him, so maybe they think even though they're going within organization, they could get him beyond this playoff the wall, so to speak, that he said. What's interesting too is I don't know why Brandon Beane is still there. I don't know why.
And he got a promotion too.
Because I don't know how you just let Josh Allen just throw the trash cans all game. Like for the past couple of years, like he has no one to throw the ball to. I think what he did to get Josh Allen lack of weapons, like not even like a singular weapon at all, is a fireball offense. To be honest,
Yeah,
to be completely honest with you, and the roster is not even that good. It's just you got lucky with having one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and he puts his team on his back every single Sunday and wins a lot of ball games. You got to reward him somehow. I was in shock at that honestly. I thought he should have been gone. If you'd fired McDermott, then I think he should have been gone, even more so than McDermott, in my opinion. So I thought that was interesting, but
hmm
yeah, I think I'm gonna B. I'll give Joe Barry hire a B. I know for sure, even with the lack of weapons, um, their offense was able to do some things, and he was able to help open up the run game with James Cook. He did do some things with getting those receivers open in the scheme, like with Khalil Shakir and Kincaid and Dawson Knox and some of those guys. They were able to do some good things on the schematic side. So as long as he stays as the play caller offensively, the offense should have some success. I would love to see them get a guy. I don't know. There's a lot of AJ Brown trade rumors in Philly. Maybe you could try
been
to make a
seeing that.
trade there. Maybe that would be a great move if the Bills were able to make a deal with the Eagles there. Maybe you make in division. Maybe you get Tyreek. You need something to spark that offense. Give it new life. Give it something creative. So you need something there. And it'll be interesting to see who runs the defensive side of the ball. Not too sure if they hired anyone, but yet, or if they promoted someone within or brought someone over there. I think they got an offensive coordinator that with experience with that had a history with Joe Brady, but yeah, I mean, I give it a B. I think Joe Brady is ready for a head coaching job. I found it interesting that he got promoted in this manner of fashion, but I think he's ready for it. I think offensively he knows what he's doing. So I think I like the hire, man.
Yeah, I like the hire. I don't know, but at the same time, I feel like there was other candidates out there that possibly I would have wanted more. Because he just you keeping the offense the
Yeah.
same, but I don't know if it's gonna like push the needle, and he's gonna be
You
a
wanted
guy
Philip Rivers, right?
that's what I was gonna say. I'm like Philip Rivers, like
Me
try
too.
him out maybe. Yeah, I saw that. That was kind of cool. But I didn't think it was gonna happen. Just more of like a feeler type interview, but I don't know if Joe Brady's going to be the guy. Hopefully he is, but I just think it's going to be the same thing again because yeah, Brandon Beans.
Yeah, it's tough.
Like I don't see them win a Super Bowl with Joe Brady unless like he makes drastic changes to the offense. But like it's the same offense, and now you're losing like one of the better defensive coaches in the league, so the defense is gonna regress. So
Hmm.
I don't I think it's kind of like a backwards move, honestly. But at the same
Interesting.
time, having Brandon Bean still as GM is I don't know what the Bills are doing. I don't know
He's the
because
most overrated general manager.
yeah,
He
it's just
really
because the
is.
hire of Josh Allen and they've been relevant every year. That's why he's good, but it's because of
Yeah.
Josh Allen. It's not because of your roster. So you gotta find ways to make the offense better. Like bringing back James Cook was good. That was a good move.
Took him a
But
long time, but finally he
took
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Jeez.
that was good. But like obviously you need some receivers. So you have to maybe go after an AJ Brown or draft a receiver high or trade up in the draft to get a receiver. Like do something. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess yeah, Joe Brady keeping him, it's a good move. But I wanted to see something different. I wanted to see potentially something different because I feel like there was better candidates out there. So we'll see though. We'll see what happens. I hope that hopefully the Bills figure it out because I want to see them win it all because I think they're that good. Josh Allen's that good, but I think yeah, Brandon Beaton's holding them back, and getting rid of Sean McDermott. I don't know if that was the right move. I personally didn't like it because he's a guy that's been able to get them there to the playoffs every time. but I think it's just they were lacking talent for the reason why they were losing,
Yeah.
not his coaching.
Well, his defense did give up a lot of points in those playoff games.
Yeah,
Like Denver, they gave up a lot of points. I know it's Mahomes, but those Chiefs games, they gave up a lot of points in the playoffs. So they've been suspect. I understand firing Sean McDermott. I do. I just think Brandon Beane should have gone with him.
yeah, I know because it's been what 7, 8 years with McDermott, so and they haven't been able to get over the hump. But at the same time,
Yeah,
it's like I feel like the talent on the defensive side of the ball wasn't the greatest, and they've always
yeah,
been banged up. So, but everyone deals with that at the same time.
yeah.
So,
I think you make a good point. It's just, is Joe Brady the right guy to get him to the Super Bowl? Obviously, McDermott did a good enough job to get him to the playoffs and get him pretty close to the point. Right,
mm-hmm.
they made an AFC Championship game not too long ago. Is Joe Brady? Is it in house? Is it Joe Brady? Is he really the guy to get him to the Super Bowl? We'll have to see.
I'll
Right,
have to see.
that's a big question.
I don't think it will
It's
be.
interesting.
That's my prediction, though. I
Yeah,
don't think it will be, but he could prove me wrong.
we'll have to see there. I guess I think we got two more. We got the Cardinals and the Raiders. Jobs. Which
Yeah.
one do you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about Mike LaFleur because
Yeah, let's do it.
and then we'll end with Mr. Clint. But yeah, Mike LaFleur, the Cardinals job, I don't know. It wasn't really a desirable job. At the end of the
Yeah,
day, I think they got the best that they could. Matt LaFleur, Mike LaFleur. Matt LaFleur is a pretty good coach. He's got the Packers relevant each and every year, making the playoffs. I know they're only the 7th seed, but if he could do what his brother does, try and revitalize Kyler Murray, is he the guy? Is he the franchise guy there? Are they going to keep him? Is he his type
it's
of
a question
quarterback?
mark.
I don't know, but that's the guy to possibly do it with. So I like in that aspect. Maybe he's a guy that can bring Marvin Harrison to be that top prospect that he was. Hopefully, revitalize his career. And I like it from that perspective. But at the same time, they still got a lot more work to do. I don't know if that was the best hire that they could have got, but like they were one of the last, jobs to be filled. So personally, I'd rather have Chris Shula. I think Chris Shula was a better candidate than Mike LaFleur. So I don't know. We'll see. The future of the Cardinals is weird because like they're one of those teams that are always rebuilding. They each and every
Yeah, true.
just like hiring Jonathan Gannon. Like I knew that wasn't gonna last. You knew that wasn't gonna last from his
No,
day one when you saw those videos of him online, like with the team. Like what did they just hire? It's like
I knew
just
after the Super Bowl it wouldn't work.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the Cardinals, yeah, they're just once they lost Bruce Arians, they have not been the same, and they've been always rebuilding, and it sucks. Cardinals, they haven't been able to win in a while, so yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, it could be like his brother, but at the same time, they still got a lot more work to do.
Yeah, you're on that Chris Shula train today
I
for
just feel
sure.
like he was a better candidate than LaFleur. I think so.
Yeah, it's
The only reason why LaFleur got hired is because of his brother and Sean McVay. It's the only reason.
you're possibly right. Those are good mentors to have, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Those are
Well,
good
Chris
coaching
Shula has the
traits.
same mentor, though.
Yeah, honestly, I thought the Cardinals might go defensive coordinator just with like the way the search was panning out. It looked like they were just leaning on the defensive coordinator, and then they flipped, and then they went offensive coordinator. I honestly think there's a holding pattern between them and the Raiders, who we're going to talk about in a second, for Clint Kubiak. I think Clint Kubiak had either the Cardinals job open to him or the Raiders job, and he ended up opting for going with Brady, going with Las Vegas. So I think the Cardinals were holding out and hoping that that Clint Kubiak would pick them, but he went with the Raiders.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and then I think after that they pivoted, and because right after that, if you remember, they pivoted pretty quickly, and then they went with Michael LaFleur, like right after that.
Yep.
like that, like maybe an hour after they went with him. So I think it's clear that at some point in the search, they had to come to Jesus moment. Like, okay, we need to go offensive here. Obviously, Jonathan Gannon didn't work out. Going defensively didn't work out. We have to try to figure out, is Kyler Murray the guy? Are we going to try to bring in someone new here? Is it time to move off of Kyler Murray? And we have a young receiver too that we have to try to figure out. Marvin Harrison Jr. We got to try to figure out his ceiling, what his potential is. We got to figure out that too. So
Yep.
that's why I think they were attracted to like a Mike LaFleur type over Chris Shula, just trying to get the most out of like a Marvin Harrison and trying to figure out what the quarterback is. And I think that's what happened in the search, was trying to figure out how to move the team forward offensively there. So I think they had to change in which direction they wanted to go, because I think at one point they were trying to maybe go defensively again, but I think they had a change of heart and were holding for Clint Kubiak and they didn't, and then they had to find someone and settle. And I think they won it offensively. Not saying that Michael LaFleur was like bad or anything. Maybe it works out for him in a great way. But yeah, I think it was Plan B. He was their Plan B. Clint Kubiak was the Plan A. He picked Vegas, and Plan B was Michael LaFleur. I'll give this a I give this a B minus. Give us a B minus because I do like he's on the offensive side of the ball. I do like he was an understudy of Sean McVay, and the tree has worked out well so far. So it makes sense to grab from that tree, and getting someone from in division makes a lot of sense too. He knows a lot about the Rams. He knows a lot about the teams he plays. So I think that's great too. You went in division. We're just gonna have to see how it works out with calling plays. Is he gonna call the plays here? So we're gonna have to see how that works out. But yeah, I think it's a fun hire. I think it'll be an interesting hire to see what they do and what the Cardinals do this offseason. I'll give it a B minus.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah. In terms of grade, I'd probably say like C plus. C plus for me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And let's talk about Mr. Clint Kubiak to the Raiders. Yeah, I think we mentioned it a little bit earlier. He's entering a rebuild. He's got the backing of Tom Brady. Tom Brady was the one that led the search, and this is the guy he landed on. Um, Obviously, his own offense has impressed. We talked about it on the podcast, so I won't dive into that much. But yeah, I like the hire a lot. As I mentioned earlier, he's one of the top guys coming out. He probably is my 1A. The fact that the Raiders got him, I think that's a great job. I think he knows what the heck he's doing on the offense. He knows what he's calling on the offense. So I feel like it's going to take time for them to develop a roster, get some guys out there. But we know what he could do with when he has a competent quarterback and receivers. Um, Obviously, he wanted to work with Sam Darnold in Seattle. He pushed for that. He wanted that to happen, and it happened, and it panned out in a big way during the Super Bowl. So maybe he has an eye for a quarterback. Him and Brady will figure out who the best guy is for the quarterback position there. You still have Geno Smith to be a bridge for that, and he has talent to work with, like Brock Bowers. Maybe he could do a lot of cool things with him. So I think there's a lot of potential there. Just got to pan out the roster and figure out what they're doing. Maybe they blow. I think they should blow it up completely. I mean, not trade Brock Bowers. I would trade Max Crosby, try to get more picks, trade back from one. Just try to build it, get as much picks as you can, and just take the best player available. Because I don't think you're going to get your quarterback this year. Maybe try again in the next draft. But yeah, I like this. I think I give this hire an A. I think they got the best candidate. They waited and they had their guy in mind and they got him. I think they made the right move. Clint Kubiak, one of my top candidates, top targets in the
Yeah.
whole entire thing. And I think I give it the highest grade this cycle. I think the Raiders nailed it.
Yeah. I give it an A as well. I think, honestly, probably the best guy out there for them. And especially with the playmakers you got on offense, this guy kind of fits the mold. I think they'll get Mendoza. So I think he'll hopefully, be the right guy for them. I don't know if he'll be the franchise guy, but I think he'll be a guy that can, be average and could be like a bridge type franchise quarterback for the time being. I think he'll be like a Daniel Jones. Like, he'll be there for a little bit. He'll be there like 5-6 years and it won't pan out, but he'll be like decent enough or like he looks like he might be good, show a little promise, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I like Kubiak. I think he's a great hire. He's gonna get the best out of his players offensively, unlock the potential of like Brock Bowers, and he'll be a threat for sure. Yeah, and obviously they got to do an overhaul. Max Crosby doesn't want to be there. He was pissed off that he got shut down. He wanted to play the rest of the season. And yeah, they're doing a rebuild with Brady and the crew. So yeah, you got to do that. And yeah, Mendoza will be the face of the franchise for maybe the next few years here. We'll see how good he is. I don't know if he can translate what he did from college to the NFL. We'll see. But yeah, good hire, step in the right direction. Excited to see what they do.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see what they do. Yeah, do you want to close this up, man? We've been live for a good chunk of time.
It's a long podcast, man. Live.
Yeah, we had to go live.
We heard we talked about everything. NBA, Pro Bowl, what else? Coaches,
Super Bowl,
college, everything. So you got everything today on this podcast.
Steve floating by the Golden Gate Bridge. That was incredible.
Yes, that was fun. So, yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, drop a like, subscribe. Check out the link tree. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. If you don't want to see our beautiful faces and want to listen to us on the morning drive, you could do it that way. And yeah, Facebook for the old people. So go check us out. Bro. Link tree down below. Any final words before we end off this live stream?
The Eagles are screwed.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about them.
Yeah, it's a topic for another day.
Yeah, topic for another day. That's an off-season video.
I just wanted to close and just say the Eagles are screwed.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
That's another.
We'll talk about that in another video. Don't worry, we'll give you the full scoop once we know more details. But hopefully, you guys did enjoy. Let us know who you got winning the Super Bowl down in the comment section down below. Who scores better, mine 24-20 or Justin's 23-20? Let us know.
Which one's better?
But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. Go Hawks for Mario and Jared. I think they'll get the job done. But yeah, we'll catch you guys later. BenchWire.
Out.